You are now listening to the Black with Sugar podcast with Kezia Mack and Nadia A, brought to you by AFROPOLiTAiN magazine.
Pretty brown eyes, just when I designed them.
3, 2, 1.
Hello?
Hello, how you doing?
Hello. Welcome to Black with Sugar.
Welcome to Black with Sugar.
Today, Kezia, what are we going to talk about?
We're going to talk about how we dealt with COVID-19, how we spent quarantine, how we managed to make it through. That's going to be our first topic.
Ooh.
Yeah, we have a lot to say.
We do. Well, for me, it was very challenging, I think.
How come?
Well, I don't know if you remember, but no, you know what? The thing is, I was very well aware of what was going on in China. Actually, I was following on Instagram what was going on. And every day I would see the number going up. And I was like, there's just no way this is not going to happen in the United States.
Can I say something?
Tell me.
I remember when I went to LA.
When was it?
In January. In January.
And I said, hey, there is this disease.
I was on my way to shoot our latest woman cover with Ebony Davis in LA. And I was on my way to the airport, and Nadia was like, Kez, you know what? Take some vitamin, because I don't know, this thing going on, and seems like there's already cases in LA, and then you're going to LA, be careful, you're going to the airport. So I was like, you know what? Clean your seat. So
get a mask.
Me in my mind, I'm like, okay, girl, like, I don't know what you're talking about, but okay, why not? So, and I was like, when I went to LA, when I arrived in LA, I saw a couple of people with masks. So I was telling her, I say, hey, when I went to LA, I saw a couple of people with masks, but pretty much, it was just a regular day. And it's like, next thing you know,
it was everywhere.
Like, yeah. I feel like the last shoot that we had in New York, after that, 2 weeks later,
everything was different. Yes,
everything changed.
But did you follow my advice?
I did actually. I feel like the fact that I haven't been sick or anything like that is because I've been basically boosting my immune system.
Yeah.
Since the day you told me about the virus, I've been doing my ginger every week, my vitamin C, my Delbias, my this, my magnesium. I'm like pumped up. So yeah, and I know my health in general because I have asthma. So I know when I feel good.
That's terrible. You can't. That's not good for you.
Me and Corona can never meet. We don't want to meet.
No, but the thing is that I was following this Instagram account, and what really scares me, do you remember? Did I send it to you?
Yeah, you sent it to me. So
the video of the French girl in China that was like, listen, guys, this is really, really bad. The Chinese government is lying, and there's a ton of people that are dead. And she was like, this is what you need to do before. If you have just one case, it's going to spread very quickly. So before it comes to your country, she was like, please listen to my advice. She said, go get disinfectant. Comment on appelle ça, le sopalin?
Toilet paper. I mean, tissue.
Tissue?
Yeah, tissue. In English, I think they say tissue.
Yeah, tissue. And no, this towels. Towel paper, no?
Oh, whatever.
Toilet paper. Sometimes we have some like a brain fart. I can't say the word, although I use it every day.
Yeah, we might slightly sometimes switch it to French, because it's probably just a little bit more easier for us. But we'll maintain.
So she said, go get all that stuff and go get a mask, the Cambridge mask. And
I remember the first time I saw you with the mask, I laughed because I was like,
yes,
you're doing too much. You were in the cab. I was like, what are you doing? She's like, no, Kez, I'm not playing.
I was going to the grocery store and I'm like, yes, no, I'm wearing my mask.
I was like,
I was dropping something, but I was picking up something.
You were picking up the dress from the shoot.
Yes.
I was like, girl, you're doing too much.
You're wearing your mask? I'm like, yes, I'm wearing my mask. I don't want to get sick.
Meanwhile, I was in New York.
But you know what? Everybody was making fun of me. Even on the street, they were like, oh, she's crazy. What is going on? You have corona. You're scared of corona. And I was like, can I do whatever I want, please?
Yes, you can.
It's my health is none of your business. And if I want to wear it, if I want to hide myself, it's my business, Yeah. And I guess, I'm very pleased to say that I was right.
I don't know if you want to say you were pleased, but you were right to worry about that early on.
Yeah.
And I think that's the issue that people didn't have. They didn't worry about that early on. They thought it was a game, an ox, a this, a that.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like, whatever that thing is, if simple gesture can save you, why beefing and why, arguing about doing this? If a simple thing as wearing a mask help, just do it. And I'm not gonna say, shut the hell up, but I'm like, do it and keep it moving.
Yeah.
Make your life simple, So, but anyway.
But so then what happened was that, I was just stuck on the news watching Cuomo every day, every freaking day.
I had to stop because it was just annoying. For me, I think that's where I was able to survive, if I can say that, because I was like, you know what? Everything is messed up. We're not going anywhere. Seems like we have to stay home. I get it. We have to wear a mask. I don't need to hear that shit every day. So I kind of shut down from the news, and I kind of like create myself a little bit of a routine,
like a bubble, right?
Like a bubble. And then you know me, I'm already a loner, so for me it was just, I guess, a longer period of time of what I was already doing.
You know what? I remember when it was actually you and Amina we weren't watching the news. I'm like, "Are this girl crazy? You don't know what's going on. Everything's gonna shut down. We cannot get out after 6 p.m. tonight." Like, you don't watch the news. You're like, no, I don't watch. No, but I'm just staying home. I'm good. I'm working, doing myself.
Absolutely. Because if you let people just like it's just, you get confused, you don't know what to do, you're scared. So
yes, that's what happened to me.
I know. And then but the difference is like we immigrants here, so we don't have our mom, we don't have our dad, I don't have my brother, family. My sister, so it's like
you're my family.
We are family, yes. But you know what I mean, when we had to spend most of the quarantine time alone. Me and you, we used to meet up every day. Yeah, let's get a coffee, let's do this, let's do that. And we weren't able to do none of that stuff. Like I think during COVID, I went to see you once, I think in 4 months.
Yes.
Once in 4 months.
I remember like putting shit on you.
Yeah, she sprayed my whole body with Lysol. I'm like, are you trying to kill me actually? Or like, what are you doing?
But the shoes, everything.
Everything.
Yeah, even when you left, I sprayed the seat. I was like, I would never know. Maybe she brought something. The thing is that we didn't know anything about this, And I was like, maybe it's right there. Maybe Corona is just right here, Kizia.
You know what? Like I said, better safe than sorry.
Yeah, but the problem is that for me, what happened is that I was getting so anxious about it and watching the news every day. I started having, and I'm 38 years old. I've never had that before, and I've traveled around the world. I started having anxiety attack. So we'd call Kizia, and I'd be like, I think I'm getting sick. Kizia, I don't know, I don't breathe well. And she's like, Nadia, Kizia is very stoic, like very calm, Yeah. Okay, Nadia, relax. You're not sick. No, I'm telling you, something is wrong.
She's like, please,
can you hear it?
Take my friend number just in case you don't hear from me for like 24 hours. Just call them.
I'm going to go to the hospital.
Girl, like, what are you doing?
I give her all my password, my safe, everything.
Literally everything.
Of my life.
Are you serious right now? I was like, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
I will let my door open. You can come if something happens.
Yeah.
And it happened several times.
It happened several times. But I think, the fact that, we're alone, and it's just, like I said, for me, that's the reason why I kind of like shut down from news, because it's like, it's too crazy. Just hearing on the news in the morning that like 3,000 people died, I was like, that's it. I don't need that in my life.
Because I live near the hospital, so every time I will just go out at night to go do my grocery shopping, and I will walk nearby this hospital, and I will see the 2 big truck, where they put all the bodies, and I think this was working on me,
gross.
And so I started having, it was not only in my head that I was getting crazy,
No, it was hard. It was
palpitation, and palpitation is also one of the COVID sign,
Yeah, well, girl.
I swear, God, I thought I was about to
every
die.
Every sign for Nadia was a COVID sign. One day she called me, she was like, yes, I think I have fever. I'm like, girl, you don't have none of that stuff. Just relax. No, but see, look, my body. Like, I'm like, so
my belly's hurting.
No, but I feel, I was like, Nadia, please.
No, but physically, I swear God, I really felt it. I started having palpitation. My heart would go like pounding and pounding. And so I was like, Nadia, you know what? Go to sleep. I take a shower. I thought it's going to go away. And I'm starting falling asleep. And all of a sudden, my heart started beating super fast.
I think she was taking way too much vitamins.
You think?
Probably. I mean, I don't know, too much of something.
So I was taking vitamin C every day, but a lot. I was taking a lot of vitamin C. Vitamin D, not every day, but maybe once every 2 days, because, it does kidney stone. So I don't want to take too many because I have problem with that. zinc. What else? The things that you brought me from France, Delbias, the magnesium.
Yeah, the magnesium. Yeah.
What else was I taking? My God.
I was going simple. I mean, I was going out the African way. I was doing my ginger juice every morning. I was doing my bottle every day. My first thing when I was getting
what?
Ginger. I did some ginger juice. So every morning, that was my first thing out of bed. Drink some ginger, get a little bit of vitamin. So I was doing the Delbias, which is magnesium, like twice a week. It's a high dosage. So boom, my ginger. And then I was doing sometimes like, in Africa, when you sick, they boil like ginger plants, like garlic.
Inhalation, right?
Like inhalation. So I was doing that. So I was taking like a blanket, boom, and I was just like inhaling.
What did you put on it?
So you put like ginger, garlic. You put sometimes I don't even know how you say those things in English.
Say it in French.
Tu peux comment on dit des plantes vertes, mais c'est un peu des plantes du bled. Des herbes, ça peut être je sais même pas comment tu. En tout cas, beaucoup de
like some type of herbs that come from Africa.
Yeah, all that. So you mix that and you just like. Et tu sais, je mettais un peu de Vicks dedans. Du like take a bomb to even like.
But it's good for you because you have asthma.
Yeah.
So help you out.
All that thing like you sweat and all the for me like when you sweat like that, basically all the microbes. Comment tu dis microbes en anglais?
Microbes.
Okay, all the microbes, I guess, or all the viruses, whatever is bad, basically. Is coming out. So something that I was trying to do like maybe every 2 weeks, but mainly my thing was, and especially like my parents was calling me every day, Kez, I hope you're not going out. I'm like, no, I'm just, I'm chilling. Like, me, I don't need trouble. I'm home. So
and we were actually doing really well.
We did well.
For 3 months, I stayed locked down in my house. I was
having my
night,
schedule. Yeah. I know like every 12 days I was doing like groceries. I was trying to like manage, I even start taking care of my hair, which for those who know me,
that's a good thing.
I'm not really good at this, but I was like looking at videos on YouTube, like how to do this, how to do that. So I started doing all kinds of conditioner.
Me, I started looking like shit. I'm like, my nails, my eyebrow. I look like Tarzan, like came out of a jungle. My hair couldn't be done. I was like, no. This is
not okay.
I'm still not married, guys. This is not for me. No. I need to find a husband before.
Corona got you messed up up in here, I swear. But yeah.
Do you remember also the rumors about that our friends told me about? Oh, African people, they cannot have it.
Oh, please,
really?
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute, but
I have
stuff like 30% of weight in me. Am I going to get sick?
No, people. This is exactly why I stopped listening to all these news because people.
But it wasn't in the news. This was like.
But everybody have their own theory, like.
And he got pissed off, when I told him, I said, "Listen, I think what you told me is totally inaccurate."
Because it's stupid as hell.
Well, yes, and I was like, "What?" And when I asked him, like, "What do you think?" That he's like, "Oh, because there's something in our melanin." Really? I said, no. I said Africa will not be affected by COVID, and I just thought, but wait a minute. Maybe because it's hot and the weather there will help not propagate the disease. I mean the virus. But we still didn't know at that point. It's like no. I'm telling you, it won't spread in Africa. This is a weapon, and it has been targeted for European, for Iranian people. I say, well, but what about the Italian people?
Was he on drugs?
I don't know.
Because it sounded like he was high as hell.
But then he said that. Then I told him, I said, no, I think probably in Africa because the population is very young. So even if it's spread, they won't get they will be asymptomatic.
And I think because of that, people got sick in Africa. Black people got sick. So, and that's my thing. Like for people to come up with stuff like that is like you really have to be retarded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you can't say that. But sometimes they will come with good argumentation. That's the problem. It's just misinformation.
And then what happened when black people got sick?
No, but listen to the end of the story because this is funny, So he's getting mad at me and he's like, you know what, Nadia? Information is power. And I say just as much as misinformation.
Clearly you don't have the right one.
No, but misinformation is as powerful as, information.
Clearly.
And I think not even 2 weeks later, him and his wife got sick. And I'm like, what about that? And I didn't want to make him feel bad, so I didn't say anything. But
that's the thing.
I think it proved my point. Right?
People just need to stop with the theory and make it simple. And I think that's what I was trying to do. Make my life simple as much as I could during that time. So have my little routine, everything that I didn't want to do. Like, I had paperwork from like 2011 stuck in a box. You know what I did? I cleaned that up. And I was trying to
tried to turn it into something positive for you.
I really tried to occupy myself. Obviously, I was able to work, freelance, work on stuff we know with the magazine, as I'm doing AFROPOLiTAiN.
But you always worked so much, Kezia.
Yeah, but it's just, I like to be on my computer, do some research and stuff like that. So, and also, I was talking to my parents, my siblings almost every day, my friends, that I grew up with, everybody was checking up on me. Kez, you good? We see that in New York is crazy. Hope everything is all right. Let us know if you need anything. So no, I was, me, I'm chilling. I'm good. I'm healthy. So I was, because thank you for the internet and things like that, I was able to still, for me, connect with the outside world through those things. Yeah. We have like a WhatsApp family group chat. So, you get up in the morning, you catch up, that everybody's healthy, everybody's good. So that's the only thing you need to worry about.
Yeah, but I still need to touch people.
Yeah, no, I'm good on that.
I know me. I need to touch people. I need to hug. I need to kiss. No. That's
the French inside of her. Yeah.
But the good things that came out of it is actually we did the podcast, because we keep talking about it for...
We talked about that thing for ever.
For a year and a half.
We're going to WeWork to the office to brainstorm.
We find the name so long ago.
We found the name long ago.
We're going to do it. Why we're going to do it? No, yeah. I have a photo shoot. I have this.
So I think, the good thing is Corona got us focused and we're here today and,
You want to know another good thing too?
Yeah.
I finally learned how to cook because I had to feed myself.
Yeah. That's true.
Don't you remember I cooked for you,
I
Kezia?
remember you cooked for me. That was actually good.
Yes, you were like, oh, wow, okay. Corona is good for you.
Get it together. You want me to tell you what's good?
I'm going to find a husband. I'm going to learn how to cook during this Corona time. I might look like shit, but I'm going to feed him.
That's a good idea, Food is life. That's all I can tell you.
But also I actually did what you and Amina were doing. I stopped watching the news. And I actually moved out of my apartment to go outside of New York City where I could breathe and be at a slower pace.
I think once you left New York, you were definitely
way more
much better,
right? Yes.
better energy, less stress. So I think you needed that little change, which I think was positive. So that's good. But you want me to say something?
What?
What's positive? What was positive for me for COVID? Natural selection, in the sense where not about people being dead, but I'm like
your friend,
people around me, and I felt like some people that I was seeing once a week or talking regularly during COVID, not a text, not a hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Knowing that I'm a person who lives by myself,
Yes.
So for me, it was like, what? If these people don't check on me during that time, we might not need to be friend or even connect with each other. So for me, I think I was able to really flush out a lot of people that was useless around me, and I was able to come closer to the people that I really care for and just focus on the positive.
It's like we were really on our own because
absolutely
I was actually also surprised to see, you have all these guys around there. I want to take you to a fancy restaurant and everything. And none of them was like, hey, are you okay? Do you need anything? Can I help you?
None of them.
And actually, I will not say that not at all, but the one who did were not the one that I was expecting to do.
Same thing for me. I feel like during COVID, whoever stepped up, if I can say that, or whoever really checked up on me, that is not the people that you expect.
Yeah.
Because we're in New York. Like for me, people in 6,000 miles were checking up on me more often than people that I see in New York every day.
Yeah.
So that's why I was glad that we had internet and all those things to stay in touch with people. But I think it's also a great time to recenter, focus, get my mind together because, I'm a little crazy, I'm a Virgo, whatever. So.
But look now, what do you think about all because here's what I think. Yeah. I think that right now we deal better with the virus.
No, because they know more about it. So once you have more information, you can handle it.
But still, there's still confinement and you said like
people
English,
are dumb.
And I think enough because we're totally fucking up the economy and
I know. I think my main issue is people. They just want to have issue with everything. And that's why I was like, make your life simple. If to make your life simple, wear a mask, keep it moving so we can get back to work, so we can do this, so we can do that. But nobody wants to listen. Everybody wants to do whatever they want. And you're complaining when we're on confinement. Yeah, when we ask you to do this most simple thing.
Yes, but Kezia, there is also politics of nonsense. I'm sorry, but look, you go to the restaurant and they tell you, okay, you have to wear masks to go in. I remember the first time it happened, actually, that was outside of New York, and I go to a restaurant with my friend, and they're like, oh, well, they don't have a space outside, so they told us we need to go inside. Yeah. And I'm coming with my mask, and the guys at the desk is like, oh, well, you have to put your mask on. I didn't have my mask. Everybody had their mask, and I didn't have my mask. But we were eating inside, and I thought, if we're going to eat.
Are you supposed to eat with your mask on? Or?
Yeah, exactly. So he said, oh, you have to put your mask. I'm like, I have to put my mask, but I thought, we can eat inside. And it's like, oh, yeah, but you still have to put your mask until you walk to the table. I'm like...
See, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Doesn't make any sense. Where this makes sense? I mean, why are you telling people to do this? Is so stupid. I'm sorry, but I don't. You have to back it with science. I don't see where the science is behind this. So you walk in a room with your mask on, but when you sit, you can take it out, and you can take it out for 2 hours and eat and speak at the same time. So you will contaminate the room if you're sick anyway. So for me, this doesn't make no sense at all.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
And so I just think that let people come in and separate them so they are not close to each other. Yeah. And that's it,
That place where we went last time with you and Amina.
Yes.
I feel like we walked in, we sat down, we took our mask off, we were like away from everybody.
Yes, and it's fine like this.
We had our girl
but
talk,
don't you think that the fact we have to walk in with a mask on, it's kind of like stupid?
I mean, I guess the walking is more like if you cross someone on your way. I know when we went out the other day, I took my mask once we sat down. So, but after that, I went to the bathroom. I didn't have my mask on.
Yeah.
Or maybe I took it. I can't even remember. But, even like if I walk by myself on the street and there's nobody around me, I have my mask somewhere hanging in my pocket or on my face, but I don't necessarily wear it.
But isn't it funny that the fact that I was so scared of it, and now I'm like, okay, I'm tired of it now.
I think because it's too long. We're tired of it. We want to move forward. We have plenty of things that we want to do. We plan so much thing. We worked on so much thing that we let that. I feel like we let that slow us down way too much, and that's why I was like, I need to recenter, I need to focus, I need to stay productive, I need to stay active. So even if stay active is just get out of bed, take a shower, do my hair, check my email. Because, you can get caught up in just like in the staying in bed all day, or fuck this, I don't need to do my hair, I don't need to take a shower, I'm home, nobody's seeing me. So,
Kezia, I have a question for you. So are you going to take the vaccine?
Honestly, if I have to, and if they force me, I want to be on wave 20. That's all I'm saying. Put me on the last wave. Like, there's no rush.
Me too. I'm not comfortable yet with
You're going to take the vaccine. Next, my arm is going to fall off. And my boob is going to go down. I'm going to be like, yo, what the hell? What's going on with me? Like, look at me. No. Put me on the last wave.
I just don't know about this vaccine, but I feel like they're
too
gonna,
quick, too.
Don't you think they're going to force us to take it? I think
absolutely.
Even to travel and everything, I think. And I'm comfortable with this.
I'm dying to go back home. I wanted to kind of go back home during COVID. And my mom was like, no, you're not taking no plane. You're staying in New York. So, and I know for a fact that once I make the decision to go back home or to travel, test, obviously now it's required. But once that vaccine is out, they're going to want to see that. So, I don't know. Let's just wait and see. Like, let's just wait and see how they're going to proceed on that.
Yeah, well, me, I'm just...
But I'm not a fan. I'm not
I never got it, by the way, and I told you I did probably 3 or 4 tests.
I did one test and I was negative, so...
I did antibodies, so I guess... And I think I was in situations sometimes where I could get it, but I always wore my mask when I was around other people, like in grocery store and things like that.
I was around someone who was infected, and gladly, whoever was around that person, nobody was nobody was sick. And I felt like because me since January, I'm out there with the ginger, the vitamin D's, and I've been also separated from people for a long time. And I guess the hard month we were really separated. When summer came and everything was relaxed a little bit, you go out but you're more outside. I remember when I was meeting my aunt or my friend, we were always like in the park or open space, so you don't have less fear because at least the hair kind of like flows around. So still in being a little bit more relaxed, we were still like, okay, let's just meet up. Let's just go outside at the park. Let's just bring some food, chill, relax, be on a little corner. So still a little bit of precaution, but more relaxed. And I think now that we know more about the disease, I think they control it a little bit better. We see less death, people get sick, but I think it is less worse than the beginning. I think so.
Yeah, but do you remember that story with Amina that I told you? So Amina is my very good friend, and her son actually had the antibodies. And she's a single mom, so she's all the time with her son.
Yeah.
And she never got sick and never had antibodies. So even the doctor were like, okay, are you always with him? And she's like, yes, I'm 100% of my time with my son. And it's a kid. He's like 10 years old,
10
I think.
Years old,
yeah. So I don't know. This things.
There's
so
something
weird.
fishy about this.
In France, in France they think it came from a lab.
Wherever that shit come from, it's time for you to go. That's all I have to say. And obviously, whatever that thing is, there's something shady. There's something funny about it. Now we need to focus on the future. What is the future for us? What is the new normal? And whatever the conspiracy, just fix it and just let's keep it pushing. I don't want to spend 3 years talking about Corona. Absolutely not.
Maybe we won't have a choice. I don't know.
We won't have a choice, or we'll just kind of work around it, or, focus and get the podcast popping, something,
That's right. Yeah. I don't know. And to me, it's just.
You'll be all right. You've been doing good. You've been doing good.
Yeah, now that I left
focus to work. How's Aitasan going with the dress and everything?
Well, I'm ready to do some coat right now, so I'm gonna wait for the dresses. I'm gonna do coat and more. So remember I told you t-shirts and sweatpants and things that people wear during the pandemic. Nobody's wearing cocktail dresses, so for now, right?
For now.
Haven't dressed up in so long.
Ooh, tell me about it.
No, last time when I went to Florida, yes, I did maybe one night, but that's it.
Yeah.
So yes, I do. You see, I'm doing very well. I do travel, but I put my mask on. And
I haven't been on a plane, I guess, since COVID. How was it when you went inside the plane? Being packed, not packed?
Well, I don't eat or drink inside, although you can,
You can?
That's why I say it doesn't make any sense. They told you can. It's just whatever.
It's annoying.
Now, it wasn't long. It was like a 2-hour flight. Yes,
Yeah.
that wasn't that long. No, it was pretty much normal. You just wear your mask when you get to the airport. Be careful if you have the mask, with the valve, because you cannot have it inside of the plane. So
you gotta have the one that kind of covers all the way.
No, but you know what I did? Because I had this one. I have the N99 mask, the Cambridge mask that I bought online. They are great masks. Honestly, I think probably that's why I'm still, that's why I'm still COVID free. I never got sick. But so what I did, I just did, the surgical one.
Yeah.
You can buy them at the airport. They have plenty there, and I just cover it.
Put that on top of what you had.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
so it's like I have double mask.
That makes sense.
And no, that's it. I had people sitting next to me, but I didn't talk to anybody. You just stay, you sit down, and then you leave.
Do you basically?
Yes.
All right.
Until you get out of the airport and you're in a safe place, and then you can take it out.
Yeah, I see.
Wash your hand. It was it was just the only time where you have to take it off. Actually, that's when you get to TSA. Because they want to
see your
face with your identity. But other than this, the restaurant were open. Inside of the restaurant, you just you're separated.
Yeah.
Which I was fine. I did eat. Had a drink before. Look, I think I was fine. So I didn't get sick and.
That's the most important.
But that's why I feel like, this needs to stop. We need to go back to our lives.
You know what people find out in 2020? Health is wealth.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
But you know what? Actually, if you want to have a little bit more info on, since the winter, the flu, the COVID, you can drop on AFROPOLiTAiN.com. We have a bunch of great articles that was going to give you a little bit of advice on how to, make the difference between flu, COVID, advice, things what to do if you feel like you seek the next step. So go take a peek on our website, AFROPOLiTAiN.com, and just, get a good read.
And try to stay positive. I know it's easier to say than, to do. And I think at this time, a lot of people get depressed. It's very hard to be by ourselves. So
very, very, very.
Thank you, Netflix. Thank you, YouTube.
Thank you, Netflix. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Internet. Thank you, Google.
And no, but you know what? The people can also go on, you have all these motivational speaker online. And I think, I mean, to me, it works with me. I like to listen to them and kind of change
what I
my
try
mood.
to do? I was trying to do those online classes, and I realized that online classes is not for me. I can't focus. So yeah, I try to kind of like.
But is it just you were just listening, or you were watching and listening?
I was watching, and I think the thing that kind of bores me is just you have to do a lot of watching and listening, and then you have to do the practice. So it's just like, okay, you're watching, you're trying to take notes. And I was just like getting bored because I did try to do design class because I'm a graphic designer.
Yes, yeah, I remember you were talking to me about it.
So I was like, oh, let me see if there's any new thing that I need to learn because I like to stay up on my craft. And I think the first couple of class they were more for beginners, so I was bored and I was kind of trying to wait for the more advanced stuff, but it was just taking way too long. And I was like, oh, the exercise are lame and. So, and then you really didn't have any way to kind of fast forward.
Yeah.
So I went through half of the program and I was like, oh, you know what? Never mind. I can just always YouTube because, YouTube is my best friend when I need to look
Learn
for something.
Right?
Oh, yeah. When I stuck on stupid with the InDesign or whatever, I just YouTube how to do and you always have someone who went through this problem. So it's a good thing. So I was doing a lot of like things like that, creating some mood boards. So me, that's my main thing, staying creative, create images in my hand. So I was able to create some mood board and we shot them like a couple months ago. So that was great to be able to get back into shooting during the summertime, and hopefully we're going to be able to keep creating because I think that's what I miss a lot from COVID, like being on set, put the team together, have fun, create some dope images, meet people, for that. So, but like I said, we deal with what we have. We do with what we take it day by day.
Yeah. Me, you know what? I was I was totally able to take classes. I took I used to go to the gym 4 times a week.
I know.
And so for me, not being able to do was very, very hard. And actually, I like the classes. I like to take classes. I don't like to be on my own. I don't like to be on the machinery. I don't know how to use that stuff. So I just like to have a teacher that's there and motivates you. And
talking about classes, you remember when we went to that yoga class and I couldn't stop laughing.
But no, so I was doing this online and actually I find, a lot of good classes.
Anything that you want to recommend?
I think it's called Fab Feet. I like the girls. I mean, I looked at the bar classes.
Okay.
Also, those guys, so about the stepper. What's the name of that step things, that I talked to you about? Oh, you know what?
Remember.
Next time I will tell you guys. But so that they have like hip hop music, and I bought the stepper. I love their classes. They put the music super high, and you just dance on the stepper, And for me, it's very important. I love music, and music changed my mood, changed my vibration. So sometimes if I feel bad or sorry for myself for whatever reason, No, but we do
I like
talk
how you
to
say, I feel sorry for myself.
No, but come on, everybody does it. You're like, you're in your head and like, oh, pitiful me. I had such a terrible life, and I'm this by myself. Like, come on.
Just sometimes I look at myself, I was like, girl.
I try to snap out of it. And I'm like, stop it and listen to music and life is good. And you know what? You're alive and you're healthy. And, go on. And I dance and I try to keep my mind busy and try not to think this way.
Like I said, healthy is wealth. And me, that was my main goal, to stay healthy physically and in the head. It's because, these times are too crazy and, I see people shifted from being normal to completely lost it. So I'm glad that we were able to pull through. And, it wasn't, I'm not going to say it was easy every day. I had my little moments,
But tell me, did anybody in your family get COVID?
You know what? By the grace of God, nobody. I mean, when I talk about family, I'm talking about direct family. Nobody. You want me to say something funny? Even my sister, one of her co-workers, because, right before COVID in Paris, they were on strike, so no train. You know how we do in France.
The Gilets jaunes?
Les Gilets jaunes, yeah. Les Gilets jaunes, you know.
So French people love to strike, but I just learned this year that American people too.
They can do that too.
Yeah. And actually, they're probably more efficient here than, you know, I was like, those protests, I mean, I'm not stepping out.
Oh, I didn't step out. I was like, no, I'm not taking any chance. Again, I'm alone in this country. I'm not playing game. But my sister coworker got the COVID, and we got. I mean, I'm gonna say we got scared because they were driving to work together
because they couldn't take the
public transportation
because of the strike. Okay.
So she got sick. Thank God my sister didn't get sick, so nobody gets sick. My grandmother was, was down a couple weeks ago. She was feeling a little sick, so my dad got her a test there in Congo and negative. So it was just like, her asthma that was acting a little crazy. So none of my direct family was affected. I know people that got affected by COVID, unfortunately, by death. So that was sad. But I'm really, really happy that nobody in my direct friendship or family really got sick. So it's a blessing because a lot of people unfortunately cannot say that. So.
Yeah. Well, my little sister got it not so long ago.
Yes. I remember you telling me that.
She told me it was difficult for probably like a week.
Actually,
maybe 2 weeks. She's still very tired.
I'm bugging. One of my cousins got it with her husband, but they managed,
We're fine.
They just basically quarantined home. They were doing like, the
inhalation. She talked about. Okay.
Yeah, she was tired a lot, but they both managed to pull through. So,
but are they better now? Because my little sister, she's still feeling very tired. She said, "I'm still she still have this lingering effect of COVID where she's just exhausted."
No, last time I checked, everybody was good. So yeah, like I said, it's a blessing, and we just got to keep it that way.
When I was talking about also I was doing, I was having anxiety attack at the same time of when COVID was like at the highest in France, my mom actually needed to have a heart surgery.
Oh yeah, I remember.
So I think also that affected me, because it was a very heavy operation and we couldn't wait. So it was, I was like, first of all, she was just right in the age bracket where it's dangerous. Yeah. But on top of that, she had to go to the hospital. So now you're that's the least place where you want it to be, and your heart open. I was just like, so I think also that affected me a lot.
No, it's no joke, like a heart surgery, and then that's your mom. So you know how that is. Yeah.
So guys, stay safe. If you need any advice or if you have any advice for us, please, contact us. We will drop, send us an email.
Yeah, we're going to drop a bunch of links that could help, that could give you advice. And, we're going to come back next week for another conversation.
Take your vitamins, wear your mask.
Drink some ginger, stay home, social distance.
And don't forget that love is all that matters.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, right?
Yeah. Just, don't do nothing stupid. That's it. Don't do nothing stupid. Yeah. But definitely, what?
Things will get better.
Keep it positive. Be around people that you care for. Check on the people that you care for. A little text, a little call doesn't hurt. It's quick. 2 minutes. Hey, I hope you're good. Just checking in. Positive mind, positive vibe. Just make the best out of this situation. Yes, I think that's where we need to in order to move forward. I think we just need to think positive and really take the best of this situation and just build the future.
New normal. All right, guys, we'll see you next time, and I hope you enjoyed this podcast.
Yeah, just drop some feedback, and we'll see you very soon. All right.
Bye.
Ciao.
Pretty brown eyes, just when I designed them.